This video describes what evolution is. Now please drop your preconceptions because very few people understand this and it is important. It will help you whether you're deeply into this subject or just have a passing interest because evolution drives everything. Now, Ernst Mayr was a leading evolutionist in the 20th century. His last major work was a book entitled What Evolution Is, and he covered things like variation and natural selection and adaptation, speciation, macroevolution, and so forth. None of those things are what evolution is. That book was all wrong. Now, if you dropped in on this video not knowing what I was going to say and saw the title, What Evolution Is, you might think that I might cover things like that, like genetic mutations and natural selection and gradualism and common descent, punctuated equilibrium, and so forth. No, I won't be covering any of those things because none of them are evolution. How do I know? Because all of these can be forfeited without losing your evolutionist bona fides. All of these are routinely forfeited within evolutionary theory. Evolutionists will drop any of those, gradualism, common descent. No one says, wait a minute, you're not an evolutionist. No, not at all. So what is evolution? What is core to evolution? What cannot be forfeited? The answer is naturalism. The world must have arisen strictly by natural processes. Natural processes must be sufficient to explain the origin of everything. So long as you stick to natural laws and processes, you will be accepted as an evolutionist. That is evolution. Evolution is naturalism. We may not know how the world arose naturalistically. Well, correction. We most definitely do not know how the world arose naturalistically. But it must have arisen naturalistically. So say the evolutionists. But why? Why do they say this? Why is evolution restricted to naturalism? Well, that's easy. Evolutionists are not shy about this. The literature is extensive, and it extends back many centuries. I've written books on this. I've written peer-reviewed journal articles, but this is YouTube, and I've done a playlist on this. It's called Theological Naturalism. My Theological Naturalism playlist gives the reasons why evolution is restricted to naturalism. In that playlist, I give about 14 different traditions that have driven evolutionary theory, that mandate evolution to be true, that mandate that evolution be strictly naturalistic. Some of them were influential in antiquity, all of them were influential in the modern era, and many of them are still influential today, but they are all theological, they are all religious. If you watch those videos, you'll understand the important, the critical, the crucial role that theology has played in mandating evolution. Each of those traditions has its own story, its own history, advocates, literature, trajectory, etc. Almost all were and are developed and promoted by Christians, not atheists. Don't blame the atheists. They did not create evolutionary theory either in antiquity or in modern times. I'm always having to correct this. It's crucial that you understand this. Atheism is not behind this. Theism is. Drop the A. It's not atheism, it's theism. Now, some traditions exerted influence centuries ago and no longer are important. Others are cogent and influential today, some very influential today. But together they make up a web or tapestry that has mandated evolution and has mandated that it be strictly naturalistic. They are all theological. That's why evolution is a religious theory. Religion drives science and it matters.